and girls. We are a stream of all genders, all nationalities, so it's not just boys. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Sound good? We're feeling good? We're smelling good? Life's good. We're back. We're back, everyone. Here we go. Alright. This is the lights here. Turning right up here. That's Highway 101. South. That's where we're headed. Don't know. You know what? I had a shower this morning. So, you know what? I don't care what you tell me, I smell amazing. I smell beautiful. Sleeping Bear, yeah, I finally showered. Actually, I've had a shower the past 3 nights in a row because I stayed with Javi in San Francisco and he let me shower both mornings. And then yesterday I stayed in a hostel in Santa Cruz and I showered there. Oh, and just for your information, Sleeping Bear, yeah, he donated $5 for me to buy Marcos a beer. He wasn't drinking that night, so I did donate your $5 to the band. They had a donation box, so I just donated your donation to the band because they deserved it. So I hope that was okay with you. Yeah, that's where your donation went to. Direct into the band. Razer phone, 8 gigabytes of RAM in the phone, high processing power. Yeah, sounds good. It's also got to have a good front-facing camera. That's one of the requirements. Also, something I'm kind of looking for is waterproof. Because we discovered in Washington and Oregon that rain is a bit of a pest when you've got electronics. If I have electronics that can handle the rain, then that makes things a little easier. Gotta go, Zane? Alright, see you later, Zane. Always good to see you, my man. That band is dope, so it's okay? Alright, I'm happy you're satisfied with that decision. Yeah, I'll take a look. I mean, Samsung, yeah, I've heard I think most IRL streamers that use a cell phone use like a Samsung S8. So I'd have to look into that. Yeah, so that might be where I'm looking. It's just a bit of an investment, but that's okay. So that might be something I look into getting pretty soon. As I think that'll help with the battery issues we're having as well. S8's where it's at. They got an S9 now. I don't know what they upgraded, but yeah, it's true. With the S9, the price should have gone down. S8's dope. Feels possible to utilize a GoPro. Yeah, I've heard there's ways to integrate that. I'd have to do more research. Again, I'm very new to this whole live streaming thing. So if anyone has advice on different ways to make the stream better. My biggest concern is having a reliable stream. And the biggest problem with a reliable stream so far has been network connectivity. Like you just noticed when at the place there, we were dropping down pretty low and having some network issues. So my biggest concern is that. And also I need a phone that works to actually make or some kind of camera, be it on a phone or separate, to actually broadcast from. So network is my biggest concern, and the phone that works. And if my phone battery or the phone's working so hard that it can't actually charge at the same rate it's depleting at, then that's a problem, and I'll need to upgrade my hardware as far as phone goes too. So things to look at. Do compare them? almost there. We'll be hitchhiking down there. If you guys are curious. So that's an on-ramp. Down there, there's a sign that says pedestrians, bicycles, motor-driven cycles prohibited. I just won't stand past that sign. Stand behind the sign, then usually you're okay. Watching a guy trying to set up a GoPro for streaming. Seems like a fun time. A fun time as in he was struggling, or he was actually enjoying the process. Use a phone for the camera, some really good quality right there. Yeah, and not only just like, you know, a brand new phone. This is a like over 3-year-old Android phone. It's a LG G4, which is an old phone. So alright, we're on the on-ramp now. I'm just gonna walk down a few paces until people have like a little bit of time to see me, and then yeah. Also, the phone has to have a separate charging port and headphone jack. I was looking at getting a Pixel 2 because it looks pretty sick, but it only has a charging port, no headphone jack. I have a separate mic, so I need that. I need a separate headphone jack. You can get a splitter, but from what I read from reviews, they didn't really work very well. But yeah, we hitchhiking now. Well, I'm gonna take my bag off. Hopefully, connection still works. Down here. Oh, I forgot to do up my little bag. That's probably good I did that. Whoops. Okay. Sorry guys, my chat interaction is going to be a lot worse when I'm hitchhiking. That's just the way it goes. But I'll try to check in with you guys. Alpha Wolf from YouTube. Thanks for following the channel. I use, it's called a Rode VideoMic Me, and it just plugs directly into my microphone and kind of just sits there. Tyranes, thanks for following as well. Right. What am I doing here? Oh, sorry. Look at the grass, it's pretty. Back to me. Look at the grass, back to me. Back to me. Yeah, S89. Yeah, I don't like that they're getting rid of headphone jacks on cell phones. I like having a headphone jack. It's better quality than my actual computer mic. Oh, that's good to hear. The one problem with it is it's unshielded from like network signals. Wi-Fi's fine, but if I was running this live stream off of my phone through the network in the phone, like the SIM card in the phone, I tried recording some stuff with the mic, and you get this horrible feedback sound. It's like, oh, it's brutal. So I'm glad that's not happening. Yeah, the headphone jack is something I'd really like to have. Sorry, I'm falling behind on chat. You look too rich. I don't really have much money, but I try to make myself look presentable. That's the whole point of it. Yeah, where's our counting guy that counts all the cars? Classic white guy nods. Yeah, I'm trying to have an interaction with every driver that comes past, even if they're not picking me up. I'm trying to actively be hitchhiking, not just doing a 1,000-yard stare off into the distance, looking at nothing. I'm trying to, yeah, even for half a second, make eye contact with the driver and try to catch that ride. So, are you homeless? What's the deal here? Why are you doing this? I'm doing this because I love hitchhiking. I've hitchhiked in 25 countries. I've been picked up over 700 times, and I've had an amazing experience with hitchhiking. And I think it has a really bad reputation that I don't think it necessarily deserves. Yes, shit has happened in the past, and probably shit will happen in the future. But I don't think it's as dangerous as people make it out to be. And I think my history with it kind of goes to show that. And the whole purpose of this trip is to show the world, anyone that's interested, what hitchhiking can be like. We've had 29 rides on the stream so far, and I've had a great time. As far as the homeless thing goes, I go back to Canada, I work, I save up money, I'm living, I pay for accommodation, and I quit my job, I leave the place I'm staying at, and then I go travel. I run out of money, I come home, I do the same thing over again. That's what I've done for 4 years. So, am I homeless when I travel? Yeah, I don't have a home. I leave everything behind at home, and I come back and I remake a life back in Canada, and I do it all over again. Honestly, you guys, it's weird. I gave Trevor a ride, now I feel a connection to his adventure. Watsonville picked me up. He's 2 rides ago. His name's Alex. He picked me up, and I'm very thankful for that ride. And now, yeah, now he's a part of the community, which is amazing. Thank you, Alex. which is another really cool thing about this, is we have some drivers that come back. Some of the people that drive me come back and hang out with us here on stream, and I really think it's cool that we can kind of get both people that find me on Twitch and drivers come into the same community and kind of interact together. Grips, thanks for following. Yeah, lots of truck traffic leaving here. There's a truck stop just over behind you guys here. Sorry, grass again. Sometimes I try to scroll and it thinks I'm double clicking. What's the worst thing that's ever happened? People that are terrifying drivers, to be honest. There's a lot of bad drivers out there. Feel like this could take a while? I think the spot's decent, but it is kind of into rush hour time now. So I feel like a lot of the cars driving this way are just going to be driving to some suburb, going home, and they won't want to pick me up. But that's okay, I'm in no rush. You guys know me. I just like hitchhiking. MBG, 1985. Thanks for following the channel. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. I'm enjoying myself. So yeah, enjoy your stay. Yes, my last ride took barely any time at all. Would you rather have 3 kids and no money, or no kids and 3 money? 3 money, man. I don't want kids right now. I couldn't do this if I had kids. More cars. There's a cop right there, but I think he's turning right. What's the worst, the craziest experience? Like, worst experiences, like I said earlier, is with people's driving. I've had people that just drive into the oncoming lane of traffic expecting cars to like swerve around them just because they're trying to pass like some commercial vehicle, and they'll just do that over and over again. Like, just driving has been the scariest thing for me. I'm used to the hitchhiking, but driving and dashing driving and stuff like that is still scary to me. Pickle Pump, thanks for following. But honestly, if you do something enough, you're just gonna get used to it. So I can tell you, the first time I hitchhiked, it's intimidating, it's scary. When the first person pulled over for me, who's it gonna be? Where are they from? What are they doing? Are they crazy? But I've had a great time doing it. So that was a commercial truck, what do they call it? Bobtailing, when they have no trailer. But they had a driver and a co-driver, so they're not going to pick me up if there's already people in each seat. So I waved, he waved. People are nice. I think it's pretty off-stream, different from most IRL streamers for sure. It's a bit of a weird thing. I get that, a bit of a different content kind of thing, but I love it. I would be hitchhiking if I wasn't live streaming. sorry, my chat interaction isn't going to be as good when I'm hitchhiking. Just when cars are driving past, I'm not going to be squatted down here. Where do you sleep most of the time? I sleep in a tent most nights. I just walk out into the woods somewhere and set down my tent. I follow the leave no trace principle, so I don't have a campfire, I don't leave any trash behind. As soon as I leave my camp spot, no one should know I was ever there. So that's the most legal questioning area I have with broadcasting on Twitch. I don't live stream that process. I also don't want people to know where I'm sleeping every night. I just want to peacefully sleep by myself. That's the only thing I don't really broadcast is my camping experience, where I do it, how I find it, but yeah. Don't your knees ever get tired? You get used to whatever you do. So you mean from walking, or like with the extra weight, or like doing the squat that I do as I talk to you guys? But anything you do, your body's gonna adapt and get used to it. So my knees aren't too bad. Hopefully I get picked up soon. I agree. Would love to meet a new person, see what kind of rides we get. How many countries have you hitchhiked? We're at 25 countries now. I'll give you the quick country rundown. We've got Canada, Ireland, Wales, England, Scotland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Austria, Slovenia, Croatia, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Russia, Japan, Australia, United States of America. 25. That's where we're at. How do you have Wi-Fi? I have an unlimited Verizon plan in a jetpack on my backpack with an antenna right here, and that's how I get my internet. So it's broadcasting Wi-Fi to my phone, which is then getting live stream. Yeah, so I have a truly unlimited Verizon data plan, which is 150 US a month, and that's unthrottled data, so I have as much as I could possibly need, because live streaming uses a lot of data. I haven't explored much of the US, Alex, but yeah, and I'd like to go check out Vegas, but I can't on this hitchhiking trip because it's illegal in Nevada. Dang it, Nevada. I can't go gamble my money away. Average wait time in all my life, I'm estimating in the 15 to 25 minute range. On this trip, I think we're probably about that. Like the first ride out of Santa Cruz was about an hour, but then the next ride was like we said, like 30 seconds a minute. I think if we average it all out, it's probably in the 20-ish minute range on this trip, as well as in my whole life. But like, you know, if I'm here for 2 hours, that happens. Like you're dealing with like, I don't know, statistics at that point. Every car that drives past, like in my mind, has a specific percentage chance of picking me up. That could be instantly. It could be the first car that drives past, or it could be the 4,000th car that drives past. So it's really variable, but on average, 20-ish minutes. when you see me waving at people, that's quite often they're waving at me or doing some kind of hand signals. So, you'll either get people like waving, or people will do this sign, which means they're going a short distance, or they'll go like this or this, which means they're turning off soon. So it probably isn't worth it to pick me up. I really appreciate when people do that. It's kind of like they're acknowledging my existence and letting me know about their current situation. Even just the wave is nice. Even one of these is nice. I just like interaction with drivers, even if they're not picking me up. It's nice to have people saying hello in different ways. Sleeping stream. Russia, Austria, yeah. Might as well walk and hike. This is another thing we kind of talk about in the stream on a semi-regular basis. There's two different kind of methodologies people use to hitchhike. There's the walk down the road and find a ride hitchhiking kind of thing. But if I walk out there, then I'm on a very large highway. It's probably 4 lanes wide. And even if someone in the left lane saw me and was like, oh, maybe I'd pick up that hitchhiker, they're not going to be able to. Also, it's illegal. The sign behind me says no pedestrians, no bicyclists, no nothing. I count as a pedestrian when I'm hitchhiking, so I'm not going to go past the sign that says no pedestrians. So I can't walk that way here. Even if I was allowed to, usually I find it a lot more efficient to find a good spot and wait there for a ride. I look for 3 things in a hitchhiking spot: a long line of sight, a wide enough shoulder to pull over out of the lane of traffic, and slow traffic. And this kind of has it. It's kind of right after corners, so the line of sight isn't that long, but it's got a wide shoulder, and it's got really slow traffic because they haven't gotten up to highway speed, and it's only 1 lane of traffic. It's not like out there where you got 4 lanes. So I think it's more efficient to stay in a good spot. Had a potential ride, we turned it down. He's a nice guy. He's just going to the next exit, so that's why I didn't take the ride. Because I don't know what he said that there's not much traffic at that next on-ramp. He said this one's probably a better one if you're trying to get pretty far, so we'll wait for the next one. Aren't you afraid of getting picked up by a serial killer? Not particularly. I do screen my drivers a little bit. Also, you guys keep me safe. Before I get into a vehicle, I tell them I am documenting the process of hitchhiking. I'm doing a live stream. Is that something you're comfortable having in your car? If someone was a serial killer and wanted to kill me, they probably wouldn't want me to be live streaming their face to the world, to 65 people according to my Streamlabs. So you guys keep me safe, so thank you for watching. But realistically, the chances of that happening are very small. and you have to take some chances in life. It's worth taking some risks. Enjoy your life, live your life, have some fun. Another maybe ride. We got a ride. They're going to Santa Maria. A bag back there?
Yeah, don't open that.
Don't open that? Just pass it through here? Okay. Oh, okay, it'd fall out. Alright. Yeah. It's got a bunch of crap in it. Well, I appreciate the ride, everyone.
Seatbelt.
Yep, all seatbelt for sure.
So you just like making a documentary?
It's actually a live stream. I've hitchhiked past 4 years in 25 countries, been picked up over 700 times, and I wanted to show people what the kind of process of hitchhiking is like.
Alright.
So that's what this is. It's live, there's people talking. We're just kind of hanging out.
We're in Canada.
Vancouver Island, West Coast.
Alright.
Yeah. What's your name?
River.
River?
It's Joseph.
River and Joseph. Nice to meet you guys. And I really appreciate you grabbing me.
We watch Canadian TV.
You watch Canadian TV, like CBC or?
Well, just a couple shows. Trailer Park Boys.
Oh yeah.
And Kenny versus Spenny.
Yeah. I haven't watched them in a while, but yeah, I used to watch Kenny versus Spenny all the time. Do they still make anything?
Well, I don't know. We just get it on YouTube.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, Trailer Park Boys is on Netflix.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Kenny and Spenny, they got it on YouTube.
Yeah. So, do you live in Santa Monica? Or, sorry, Santa Maria or Santa Monica?
No, we're just kind of wandering around.
Wandering around? Yeah. It's on some kind of awkward thing. I'll just kind of. Oh, that phone. Okay, I thought you meant this phone. Sorry, miscommunication. Trevor. Yeah. So you're just traveling around. There's no real reason you're going down there. Just out for a rip, as we call it in Canada.
We're looking for cool bikes.
Bikes. Okay.
We build motorized bikes.
Like
we've got 3 engines in here.
Yeah.
Now we have to get some bikes.
Yeah. And do you guys usually pick up everyone you see, or?
Unless they look all fucking crazy.
Yeah, you didn't think I looked crazy?
I wouldn't pick me up.
So yeah, what made you decide to pick me up?
Didn't look crazy.
Didn't look crazy. That's the justification. All right. I try to make myself look fairly clean and presentable when I hitchhike. I usually don't have to wait too long for a ride because of that.
Yeah, he just took a shower at the truck stop, and then since we decided to go to Santa Maria, I'm going to use the truck stop down here.
Oh yeah.
It's cheaper.
For a shower? How much is a shower usually at a truck stop, you know?
It's like $12.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys sleep in the van?
I think at this one it's $9.
Okay, yeah.
I sleep in it. He sleeps in, he makes a bed out of this front seat when he sleeps in here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He puts his pack here.
My bed's in here. That's my bed. Got my tent. Sleeping
Sleep
bags
out
and
under the
pads.
stars. I did that for like 15 years, hitched.
Oh yeah?
I hitched everywhere, man.
All over the U.S.?
Yeah.
Did you ever go international? And other countries? No. So,
I've been to Mexico and stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go hitching.
In Mexico?
Probably.
I'd like to try it if I could speak Spanish. I can't speak Spanish. You lose a lot if you can't talk to the local population.
Yeah, it's you gotta be careful down there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think
sure.
you're the victim type with life.
Okay.
But
No.
that's even here too, though.
Yeah, you gotta be careful anywhere, really. Gotta look out for yourself.
But up here, the law protects you a little bit more than down there.
Yeah. Okay. Now, in your years of hitchhiking around the U.S., do you have like a favorite or best place for hitchhiking, and maybe worst place?
Don't ever hitchhike through Kansas.
Kansas. All right.
Unless you got money for a Greyhound when you decide to finally give up.
Yeah. No one picked you up in Kansas?
No.
Yeah, all right. And anywhere that was particularly good?
Whole West Coast.
Whole West Coast. Well, that's what we've done so far. So far we've been through Washington, Oregon, and California. So we hitchhiked down Highway 101 right from Canada.
Pretty much when you leave the West Coast, it's a lot different.
Yeah. I'm continuing south to a certain point, and then I'll be heading east. So going through Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. So we'll see how much different I experience, if things get more difficult or not. We'll see. What about you? Have you ever hitchhiked before?
Yeah, that's how I started off.
Oh yeah?
Hitchhiked for a few years, bumped into a few places, and then eventually I just met up with River instead of walking everywhere and drove everywhere.
Yeah, started. Yeah. You teamed up?
Yeah, we've known each other for like 4 years.
Yeah.
We haven't been teamed up that whole time.
Oh, okay.
It's off and on or whatever.
Yeah.
We mostly stay in San Francisco.
Yeah.
If we're not up in Oregon, we're mostly San Francisco, Santa Cruz.
And when you're in San Francisco, are you doing the same thing? You're building like motorized bicycles, like you were saying?
Yeah.
That's kind of your profession. How you guys make your money?
Not yet.
Not yet? Oh, okay. More passion at this point?
We've built a couple of bikes so far. We built a trike and a bike.
Yeah.
The bike he built to do this Postmates app. It's like food delivery. And the brakes were bad.
Yeah.
And we wrecked and tweaked the bike ring. So
Oh yeah.
we decided the next bike we build, we need to build it to sell.
Yeah. How much do you think like
getting a cool cruiser frame,
Yeah.
custom painting,
Okay.
all that stuff. So we actually have more equipment. We need a little air compressor,
Yeah.
spray guns,
Okay.
all the stuff to do professional paint jobs.
Yeah. So like if you did up a cool motorized bike pretty well, like how you said, like kind of cruiser style, how much do you think you could sell one of those for?
No less than 1,500.
1,500, yeah. And that's at the lower
When
end.
you
Yeah.
travel like we do, like it's a constant advertisement. If it's on the rack on the
That's
back,
true. That's true.
or if we're riding it, you know,
Yeah.
even the one that we just put an engine on for his
Yeah.
Postmates out. No custom paint job or nothing. Everywhere we went, people were like, "Is that for sale?"
Yeah. Well, yeah, that'd be cool.
But if you don't custom paint them,
Then
then you really not gonna sell them for much more than what you spent to make it.
yeah. So would you guys be doing the custom painting, or would you have to contract that out?
No.
You'd do it, yeah. Now, I guess it depends on the engine you put on it, but how
It's
fast
just-
do those?
It's just basically giving it a color theme.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, like, instead of the gas tank being black, have it match the color of the bike.
yeah,
The torque converter cover, the crankcase cover, all of it match.
yeah.
I built one years ago with just a 80cc two-stroke engine on it.
Yeah.
And I traveled all over Montana in it, pulling a trailer with a dog.
Yep.
And then at the end of the summer, I sold it for $500.
Oh yeah. Now,
So it did cost me that much to build it. Like two-stroke engines are really cheap.
are they? Yeah.
You can get them for about $100.
How much?
About $79 actually.
Yeah.
Two-stroke.
So with those little two-stroke engines, how fast do those things kind of run, depending on how much weight you're putting on it?
About
like
35, 40.
35, 40 miles an hour. That's a good clip.
The engines we got now are 212cc four-strokes.
Oh
They're
yeah?
a big engine.
Yeah, so
They'll make the bike run about 60.
60, that would be pretty fast, because it's just a modified like pedal bicycle,
Well,
right?
the idea of it's not to run 60, but to be able to go up hills
Yeah,
or pull
okay.
cargo.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go 60 on a
Yeah.
bicycle.
No, yeah, it's a little too fast.
Get around these slow parts. So did you start out in Canada
With
hitching?
hitchhiking, yeah, I started hitchhiking around Canada 4 years ago. I started doing it because I hated the Greyhound bus. It took 6.5 hours to go from where I was going to school to where I was kind of from, and you can drive that in like 3.5. So one time I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna hitchhike, and I did. I got a ride in 20 minutes, not only to Vancouver, 6 hours away, but to my actual final destination, which was on Vancouver Island. So they drove me central British Columbia to Vancouver, onto the ferry to Vancouver Island, to my friend's front door in Victoria, which if I was taking bus and transit and the ferry, it would have taken me all day. They drove me right to my friend's front door. And after that first experience, I kind of just, it escalated quickly. I hitchhiked across Canada and back. And then after that, I hitchhiked across Canada again, flew to Europe, hitchhiked around Europe for 4 months, hitchhiked across Russia from the Latvian-Russian border to Vladivostok,
Yeah.
and then from southern Japan to Tokyo. And after that, I've been doing shorter trips. That was my biggest, longest trip so far, but I've been doing trips after that as well.
So camping out under the sky so much.
Yeah.
Have you seen any strange stuff like?
I haven't. Albeit, a few nights I would. So in the summer, if it's buggy, I'd have my tent body and I can still see the scars. But a few nights I've done that and it didn't call for rain. There's no forecasted rain, but then a big storm would come through and you're sleeping and then all of a sudden just rain is pouring on your face. So most of the time I do have my tent fly on, so I can't actually see the stars. I can just hear everything going around. If I'm in a forest, you can hear the sound of the trees kind of creaking and moving, any kind of wildlife, any animals. And to me, after sleeping outside so many nights of my life, all those sounds are like, it's kind of peaceful. It's like, it helps me sleep, hearing the sound of just the woods or nature, the wind. It's pretty relaxing for me. I like sleeping outside. The only downside is you don't get a shower in the morning, which you guys are, yeah, you're getting a shower later and you got a shower just recently. But I haven't seen anything too crazy.
Like I used to, well I still do, like sleeping inside of my van is kind of like, it's just a tent, with 4
Yeah.
wheels.
Yep,
Really,
yeah, exactly,
like,
yeah.
it's just almost the same, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me a cigarette.
So you've been traveling for quite some years now, huh?
Yeah, well, I would travel, do a trip, come back home, save up a little bit of money, Like I hitchhike because I want to. It's not. I have a bit of money. I could have.
Usually say about before you go off.
A few grand, just a few grand. The nice thing about hitchhiking is you don't need that much.
Right.
Hitchhiking's free, accommodation's free. I sleep in my tent, so it's just food and incidental and entertainment that you really got to pay for. So you can have not very much saved up and travel for quite a while. Which, if you enjoy traveling and you don't mind being uncomfortable on occasion, like it's a good way to get around.
Yeah, I mean, people who like just randomly observe. They're like, "Oh, you poor fellow living in your van." I'm like, "Shit, man, I backpacked and slept on the ground,
Yeah.
bushes, and like all kinds of places.
Yeah, people.
Overpasses, bridges."
And people react the same when they see me hitchhiking. They'll pull over and they'll like try to give me money and stuff like that. I don't want. Like I'm not begging for change. I just like hitchhiking. I like meeting people like you guys. I find the experience. I don't know. I just enjoy it.
It's new.
Sorry?
It's new. You haven't met
Yeah.
us before. It's just every time you meet something
Yeah.
new, it's a new thing to experience in life.
Yeah, I travel by meeting people essentially, rather than just flying across, or like over top somewhere to get somewhere, or taking a bus or train or plane or renting a car, where you just get from point A to point B. I'm meeting people along the way, and I find that these kind of interactions really interesting because I don't know.
There's more than just just like all the people that you meet that you wouldn't have if you traveled conventionally.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's like the anticipation and the mystery of a wide panoramic field of possibilities.
Yeah.
It's adventure.
Yeah, like every day is an adventure. I have no idea, especially when I'm doing long distance trips. I don't have a final destination. I have no idea where I'm going to end up that night, and between then and the night, I have no idea who's going to pick me up, where they're going to be from, their story, all the different things. Every day is random. I have no idea what's going to happen, and that, yeah, every day does feel like a bit of an adventure.
Friend named Brandon who knew everything that was going to happen.
When was the last time you were out there on the road hitchhiking?
It's been probably almost a decade now.
Decade, yeah.
One sense I miss it, and another sense I know I can never
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a young man's game.
Yeah, that's what I tell people here too. It's kind of a young man's game. It loses its charm after a certain point.
No, I mean, I guess I can't really. I see people.
Yeah, older people hitchhike all the time.
Like, yeah, but it may be because they don't have a choice. I don't know.
Hmm. Well, yeah, you really don't see that many people that are hitchhiking voluntarily. Like you can tell that they're doing this just to travel, a different means of traveling. A lot of the people you see hitchhiking are hitchhiking because they need to be hitchhiking. They have somewhere to be, or they want to go somewhere, but they don't have the means to get there from other modes of transportation. I think hitchhiking can be a great experience, and I think more people should do it voluntarily. You just gotta keep your wits about you. I have some rules about hitchhiking, about what I do and stuff like that, and I follow those, and it's kept me safe, I guess. One thing is I talk to people before I get into cars. You can usually tell pretty quickly if someone is really, yeah. And so I have turned down rides because of how people react to just me opening the door and saying, "Hey, how's your day going?" You know?
I got a camera.
Also, yeah, you lose the occasional ride from this because, for obvious reasons, some people don't want a camera in their face. But you are comfortable kind of having this guy here? Yeah, you're fine. All right. But yeah, we got 69 people watching from around the world. Can I ask you guys where you guys are from? Did you comment where you guys are from? I always like to see where the different people that are watching are from. It'll take a second, but they'll let me know. We got Minnesota, USA, Germany, Florida, another Florida, Wakanda, nice. Texas, United Kingdom, Michigan. It's kind of cool that I can be hitchhiking in a random place in the United States, and people from around the world can see what that experience is like as it happens and talk to me as it's happening. You guys. Yeah, Toronto, Canada. But yeah.
Have you ever like hitched the coast?
Well, Highway 101 further north does follow the coast for some of it.
The Highway 1 goes down through.
I think it would be even more beautiful than this, or much more beautiful than this. The problem is there's no network connection at all.
Yeah.
So if I'm live streaming and I'm trying to, the purpose of this trip is to show people what hitchhiking is like. With that, I need some kind of data so that I can live stream. So that's the limiting factor. I can only go places where there's network. And but coming down through Washington and Oregon, there's plenty of places where we lost signal. People that have watched this stream for a while know that. We lost the stream a lot. But as we're now coming into more Southern California, everything's more developed. The cellular network is more developed. So we seem to be dropping out less often, a more stable stream. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of it's weird.
Yeah.
Even like what network? You know what?
Verizon.
I hate those guys.
Yeah, everyone hates them. The thing is, they have the most connected network as far as the research I've done. So as much as I probably would hate them too, I'm Canadian, I don't know too much about them, but everyone says they suck. They have the most connected network, so for what I'm doing, it's like I have to use them.
I've never used them, but like I've had friends who have, and they're like, "Oh my God, you know, like I don't know how I got this big bill," and they're like, "Oh."
Yeah.
They're like, "You will pay it, or we will ruin you."
Yeah. Yeah, they're pricey, and like I need. You know, like how they have unlimited plans here in the US, but they throttle you after like 20 gigabytes of data? I use like 20 gigabytes of data in like 3 days.
You know, I use Metro PCS,
Yep.
which is affiliated with T-Mobile.
Yep.
And they say that, you know, like after so much data, it slows down.
Yep.
But I never notice it. Like, there's no difference.
Yeah. For most people's uses, they don't even get to that level where they throttle.
Oh, no.
But for live streaming,
I surpass it.
you surpass it and they don't throttle you? Oh, okay.
They actually charge me a little extra.
Oh, okay. You go.
Surcharge.
Okay.
I use because I binge watch.
Yeah, live
And I
streaming
download-
video. Yeah.
I download movies off Pirate Bay.
Yeah. Because with live streaming, I think we use close to a gigabyte of data per hour. So if you stream for 8 hours a day, that's 8 gigabytes in a day. You go through it pretty quick. Because I'm from Vancouver Island, everyone grows it there, but I don't anymore. It makes me kind of anxious, I guess. It doesn't agree with my body. But it's legal in California, right? Right. Have you ever freight hop on trains?
No. Well, actually, one time.
One time? Yeah.
Out of Missoula, Montana, and we were starting to go to Spokane, and we ended up by Banff.
In Canada?
Got deported.
Oh, you rode freight across the border into Canada, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm in Canada. How was your experience with, well, except for ending up in Canada and getting deported, how was your experience with that?
Not good. We
No?
went through a tunnel.
Yeah, I've heard the tunnels can be
Train
rough.
went real slow.
Yeah.
I thought we were. I thought we were gonna die.
Yeah, from the exhaust
Yeah.
fumes. Yeah, I've heard that can be really rough.
It's actually pretty nice here on the 101. Like further east, it was like 87, 88 degrees.
Is it? Yeah.
That's pretty hot.
I usually very much prefer the cooler weather. My thought on that is when it's cold and you're prepared for the cold, you can make yourself warm. If you have the appropriate layers and everything like that, then you can kind of make yourself comfortable. If it's hot and you're outside, you can only shed so many layers and you're still gonna be hot, you're still gonna be sweaty. So I kind of prefer the cold, albeit I'm going south where it gets warmer, and then I'm gonna go through Arizona, New Mexico, like really hot places. So it's gonna get hot. What made you said you spent most of your time around San Francisco? What made you pick San Francisco area? You just like the city, or?
Yeah, we know a lot of people there. So
Yeah.
you gotta get out of there every once in a while.
Yeah.
It never really like gets too warm there. Mostly
Never gets started to.
too warm.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't get that cold in the winter either.
Cloudy and bright. It's like the same temperature all year.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
much, kind of. It has a summer, which is in like October, November, December.
Yeah.
That's like summer.
Yeah. Yeah, and then once you move into Arizona, we're talking 100 plus sometimes. Not looking forward to that.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas will be pretty hot, so not exactly excited for that, but it'll be an experience. But the hitchhiking gets a little bit more difficult as you go into more civilized places, or like more developed places. Like through Washington, Oregon on Highway 101, it's like small town style at all. Super easy, you get dropped off in the town, you walk to the south end of town, then you hitchhike south on the highway. When you're getting out of a city, then you gotta plan your hitch a little bit more.
Well, in all the years that I hitched, like, I used public transportation a lot.
Yeah.
Like if I was hitching to San Diego, I would be using public transportation to get through the greater LA area.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, if I'm in LA, I'm not gonna be hitchhiking in the middle of LA. Albeit, usually I'll take public transit to get out of a city and stuff like that. But on this trip, since I started in Port Angeles, I haven't taken a bus, like any kind of public transit yet. So I actually haven't paid anything for transportation. That'll change pretty quickly, but once you get to a major city, I'm not gonna walk 20 kilometers to get out of town. We're good, chat. We're all good. I know.
face. Like, holy shit.
What's the craziest thing you've seen up when you've been watching the stars at night?
Well, I wasn't watching the stars. We were all headed down to this beach in Fort Bragg.
Yeah.
Up in Mendocino County.
Yeah.
And this horrible light just came out of the water right in front of the harbor.
Really?
It just went straight up and like kept going until it looked like a star.
Really?
Yeah. And then it took off, left a light streak.
Wow. Some real
There's like a whole group of
UFO kind.
Sit out every night and watch these light orbs come out of the water.
Really?
They
Sounds interesting.
spotted this anomaly
Yeah.
like 5 miles off the coast that you could look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, I can check it out.
It looks like they say it's an underwater UFO base.
Yeah. So, from your experience of seeing stuff like this, you'd say you've seen like in your opinion, is a UFO a few times in your life? Something that it's just like you can't explain. It's something extraterrestrial.
Quite a few times.
Quite a few times. Yeah. And what were those like for you? Was that like exciting or was that just scary?
He's been abducted on an LSD-induced trip.
Really?
Yeah, they got like an encounter of the fifth kind is where like they insult you, like where they hurt you.
Yeah.
But all the other encounters are just meeting them,
Yeah.
seeing them, or communicating with them. Yeah, it's
So how was your experience with that?
terrifying.
Yeah, it
and
sounds like it would
thrilling
be.
at the same time. Like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I've got so many crazy stories with aliens. Like,
Really?
I guess I'm just one of those ones that like my DNA.
Yeah. So, but like, what do they do when they abduct you?
Well, it's different from what I've heard with other people. Like, they believe that I have a specific agenda or whatever I'm supposed to do in this life is important enough for
Okay.
them to either give me. What they do is they give me lots of information.
Yeah.
Anything in the world, if I want to know it, I gotta think about it, and the answer will be there.
Yeah.
They helped me reach like the Buddha conscience, the Christ conscience, that level of oneness where you got access to everything in the world, in the
Okay.
universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just help open that up and unlock it, and almost they're just kind of showing me it's like, hey, this is what's up. There's more.
Yeah. So that sounds like a pretty positive outcome from that. But you said it's still terrifying just because of the unknown
there were
factor.
some more personal things in there,
Okay.
and it was.
Yeah, you don't have to talk about it.
it's-
Yeah. Yeah.
Being threatened by a telepathic entity that can just kill you with a thought. It's like, I don't want to piss it off.
That's
I don't
true.
know what I'm doing wrong, but
That's
I
true.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I actually haven't talked to anyone that has had that experience, so that's why I'm asking you
I
questions.
know, that's why I said my experience is different from others.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard of others' experiences. But
Yeah.
mine's in a whole other ballpark.
Yeah.
But I've also seen like shadow creatures and demons since I was like 5.
Yeah.
Like, you look into a mirror and you see a shadow dancing a fucking 1800s waltz.
Yeah.
You've heard that mirrors are the doorway between this dimension and the next one.
I think I've heard that
Shadow.
before. Yeah.
Yeah, what's it called? Yeah, the first time I saw one, it was just dancing a waltz in my mirror, and then when I looked at it, it looked at me, then it walked, it came past the mirror, stepped up my floor, looked around like, what the fuck, I'm free, and then jumped out the window and did a dive off a 2-story building. But, I think I let the shadow creature out while I was fucking loose.
Wow.
I was scared shitless then.
I would be too.
Like 5 years old, and you got the shadow dancing in your mirror that covers over your head, and you're like,
Yeah, that's terrifying. They make like horror movies out of that stuff. So
that's why I don't go and watch horror movies, is because all these people want to go be scared, but I'm like, I've experienced it. I don't want to remember.
Yeah, I have the same view on horror movies. It's just, I don't understand the appeal of being scared, and it's like, that movie was so good I couldn't sleep for 3 days because I was so terrified. That doesn't sound like something you want.
Nope. I don't like my sleep, man.
Yeah.
That's half the reason I don't do any of those hard drugs, is because I love my sleep.
Yeah. No, I love my sleep too. I go to bed when the sun goes down, which is like at 8:30 now. So I go to bed early.
Fucking healthy before you go to sleep. The sun
Goes down,
with the
and
sun.
then first light, I'm up. So that's how we evolved. That's how, yeah.
You know,
So
retuning your circadian rhythm.
yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, circadian rhythms.
Between the two of us, we're a freaking panoramic, freaking oddity of esoterica. I've never been abducted, but they fixed my knees once.
Yeah.
I don't think they abducted me necessarily. I don't remember them
Okay.
fixing my knees, but it's no doubt that they did, you know.
Yeah.
I got surgical scars where I had no surgery, and my knees were fixed the next day. It's
Oh,
back
so you
when I
never
was-
had like real surgery here, but after that experience, you showed up with scars and they somehow
when I
fixed your.
first started hitching, it was in SF. I made it to SF.
Yeah.
Actually, I
Barely fucking
took a bus to SF,
Yeah.
and I wasn't used to walking. I wasn't used to walking with a large pack,
Yeah.
and both my knees just went out.
Yeah.
And so for like a week, I was stuck on 8th Street, just hobbling around with a big pack. I had 2 canes. And one day, this guy dressed in a business suit
Yep.
walks up to me and hands me an eighth of mushrooms and says, "Go eat these on the beach tonight. They'll help you out."
Yeah.
And my thoughts were, these mushrooms aren't going to help my knees none, but I'll go eat them on the beach for sure.
Yeah.
And while I was tripping, it was actually in the dunes that I was in, not the beach. It was kind of like hilly dunes, you know?
Yeah.
And it was foggy as shit. And I saw bright lights coming through the fog, and I thought it was like law enforcement on 4-wheelers
Mhm.
or something, you know?
Yeah.
So I tried to like hobble down because I was on top of this dune. Tried to hobble down and I tripped. The last thing I remember, but I didn't have like no bumps or lacerations or like there was nothing there where they would have knocked me unconscious.
Yeah.
And I woke up face down in the sand.
Yeah.
I stood up and I was like, my knees don't hurt.
That's crazy.
And I was like, the mushrooms fix my knees. And then like, I wanted to get a shower. There was like a spa. They charged $5 to get a shower
Yep.
at that time. And I walked there because I was so happy to be able to walk. But my legs kept burning and itching
Yeah.
right above my knees. It's like, kind of like when you're wearing 2 pairs of jeans and they're wet. You get that itchy, burny
Oh
feel.
yeah. Yeah. I know.
It was kind of like that. That's what I figured it was. But when I got to the shower place and got undressed, there was 2 big, like bright red. Looked like my skin had been welded.
Yeah.
Like cut and welded.
Would you say that's like the craziest experience of your life, or the weirdest?
No.
What do you think you'd call, or what experience do you think would classify as that? Or can you pick just one? Because there's been a lot of crazy things.
There's been a lot of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. When there's a lot of things like that, it's hard to pick one that would stand out as a craziest.
I was camping at the bottom of a mountain in Montana one time. It was like a lot of little trees, you know, and there's like a game trail that went through the middle of it.
Yeah.
And I had no tent or nothing. I just rolled out a sleeping bag off the trail, the game trail.
Yeah.
And it sounded like a wind coming up through there, you know, at the bottom of the mountain. nothing visible.
Yeah,
Like something just went through there. Super fast.
Wow.
Faster than any critter could run.
Yeah. So, do you have any idea what that could have been, or any like thoughts, or you just don't know? It's a mystery.
Like, could have been a wind.
Yeah.
Like weird wind, you know.
Yeah. Just ripping through some channel somehow.
I have a picture. When I first met him,
Yep.
right at Station Wagon,
Mhm.
Oh yeah, you got a picture.
we
It came
parked.
to Certainty or something.
We parked deep in the redwoods up by Mendocino Coast,
Yep.
and he was sleeping, and I was sitting up smoking a joint. It was so dark where we were parked, I couldn't see my hand like this.
Yeah.
So I had a mag light sticking in the door strap, like this, pointed up. So as a lamp, and I was smoking a joint, and I was blowing the smoke in the light beam, getting stoned. And then I put it on strobe and was blowing it in there. And then somehow I thought it would be a good idea to like take pictures of the smoke and the light.
Yeah.
Make like a cool photo, you know. So like I snapped like 6 or 7 pictures. I put the phone down and finished my joint. And then when I went and looked at the pictures, there was like clearly an alien gray right outside my window.
Really? Yeah.
I have to go on Facebook to find it. It's been like 4 years. But yeah, it's like, it looks pretty much like an alien gray. That or it was a moth, and I accidentally took a picture of a moth's face, you know?
Yeah. That's
There's
interesting.
definitely a face, like,
Yeah.
with 2 eyes and a mouth.
So wait, where was the picture taken? Sorry.
Up
It was.
in Mendocino County.
Yeah.
Did you come down, where at did you cut over to the 101 from Oregon? Grants Pass?
No, I've been coming down the 101 straight from Washington. I've been on the 101 until the 101 splits to the one on the coast. The 101's the coastal highway up in Washington, Oregon.
Yeah,
And then-
so you came through Humboldt and then
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then just rode the one a little bit Northern California and through like Santa Cruz, and now back on the 101. Because south of Mendocino, there's no connection or anything. So yeah, that's why I'm back here. I thought it wouldn't be that nice here, but this is quite a beautiful area.
Joseph, was that you that was with me when in the Los Padres National Forest above Santa Barbara, chasing the UFO?
No,
No, you know who that was? That was
must have been Chad.
huh? No, it was I can't remember who it was, but they were tripping out. Cause I told them, stay awake, you know, we'll see a UFO, I promise you. They're like, da, 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 da. And then we see this light orb, and the roads up there are all windy, and we were like,
Yeah.
this thing was like playing cat and mouse with us up there. It was crazy.
So you were trying to track it down and find it, or
But just see it
yeah.
better, you know.
Yeah. Well, that'd be quite an experience. Yeah, I'd probably be in the same situation. I would like to see that. That'd be
Yeah, people realize how many extraterrestrials are actually here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you can hide from your dog. It's unless you're intelligent species, you just hide in your box, and the dog can't get in your box.
Yeah.
Or your house or whatever it is. It's a piece of cake for something smarter than us to hide from us.
Makes sense, yeah. And like, it doesn't even have to be that smart as long as they're good at hiding themselves. Like on Vancouver Island, there's a very high cougar population, like Mount Lion, but no one ever sees them because they really don't. If they don't want to be seen,
Right.
no one like you won't see them. They're good at hiding.
Yeah, it's like people all do that.
Yeah. Look at this, it's beautiful. On top.
Yeah, like MK Ultra.
I've heard of MK Ultra,
They're
yeah.
the same thing. The government can already do like interdimensional travel, and they already know about telepathy and how to transfer thoughts and this, that, and the other.
Okay.
So upon meeting all of these other entities, I met what you would classify as the Illuminati.
Okay.
I've met the Greys, and I've met God, the oneness of consciousness,
Okay.
twice.
Really?
I've met the Elite 3 times, God twice, and the Greys a few times.
Yeah. So, how would you describe God? I know it's probably a loaded
God's
question.
biggest conundrum
Yeah.
is like he gave us free will.
Yeah.
How do you convince something to love you that doesn't even believe or know you exist to love you without forcing them
Yeah.
and only loving them? You know, I was just like,
Yeah.
what I can see is just wants to be loved by his creations. There's so many people. It's like if you have a guitar, right? You don't want everybody worshiping the guitar. You want them to say, "Good job."
Yeah.
Like, so many people worship his creation.
Different people believe in different kinds of gods or different gods. So which?
Okay, so the oneness is pure energy, right?
Okay.
And because my mind's so tiny and I can't comprehend all of it, I'm only
Yeah.
going to comprehend what I can see.
Yeah.
So that pure energy, because it's pure light, it can be made into anything, whether it's Shiva, an old man with a beard,
Yep.
whoever, whatever. Fucking. So if there were 10 different religions and all of them saw God a different way in their mind, and they all sat next to God, God would look like that to all of them. I mean, but none of the other people would see how the other person perceives it, because it's only important how your relationship is with them.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. And then the other. So you had God, and then what were the other?
And the elite, like you know how like the CIA has been into crime and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like the crime syndicate, government connection, how they wipe each other's hands.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
So there's a trifecta. There's one more thing that goes in there, and that's somewhere to. I'm trying to put it into words. It's so
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. I get that. That's it. Some of the stuff we're talking about, I wouldn't do well with trying to verbalize that.
There was a point when I was almost dying and I was surrounded by cops, the elite, and
Yeah.
the coroner, like an ambulance, right? And
Yeah.
a body bag. Well, this was all in my mind. These were all images projected into my mind as I was dying, but I was surrounded by, they were trying to, like they couldn't convince me of pleasure to join them, so they tried threatening me to join them.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you're gonna kill me, then just kill me. I'm not, whatever, you know. But, yeah, no, it's really scary because the elite are really, really powerful. They already know how to just turn your brain off. They could have killed me really easy at that point in time.
Yeah.
It would have looked like the perfect accident. Nothing would have ever happened. I just would have been some bum on the street that died. But apparently, according to my mind, there's something that they wanted. Or just they want me to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Like, when a bunch of geniuses get together, it's better than one genius.
Mhm. Yeah.
But fucking, when they were trying to convince me to join, I almost laughed to death because it's like the most elite and powerful people in the world want me, a bum, some street urchin, to join you.
Yeah.
And those two ends just didn't meet, so I cracked up and just couldn't stop laughing, and I almost died because I forgot to breathe. But you know, it's just like when you're confronted by that, it's like I have nothing and you have everything. Why do you want me?
Yeah.
God had a disagreement, so Lucifer was cast down onto earth. You know what I mean? But that doesn't make any sense. That's like more irrational than we are now as human beings. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, yeah.
what I believe Lucifer did was committed a crime on like a universal level, and he manipulated and disturbed and interrupted the natural process of evolution here on this planet.
Yeah.
Now, I believe they came here for gold because it's part of their technology.
Okay.
Like they needed so much of it for all their technologies and stuff. But like,
They're just
rather
friends.
than saying God, like that, because there's that omnipresence that we all feel, and that's what people want to call and say is God. But really, it's the universe. It's all of us. Like we're all like connected to the whole universe. We're just a physical part of it. Like we're a part of the universe that is doing physical life, and what we experience in this physical life is like all of the universe's knowledge and wisdom. All of its knowledge and wisdom comes from that. Well, maybe not all of its wisdom, but you know, a certain aspect from the physical life.
Yep.
And what we all experience, which is really just a blink of an eye in the scheme of eternity. You know, I don't think we all just live one physical life and we get judged and we get sent to heaven or hell. I mean, that's like,
That was just designed so we would get good quicker, but then it just kind of backfired.
that's like,
Yeah.
to this day, dude, the powers to be just want to control.
Yeah, the Christians designed
The 1% wants to control the 99%.
Yeah.
You know, and they've done it for the last 5,000 years, like, through education, religion, indoctrination.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like shit they said 20 years ago has been disproved. You know, like so much shit. Like,
No.
one time they said eggs are bad for you. Like, eggs cause high cholesterol and will give you a heart. Now they're like, oh, eggs are good for you.
Cholesterol's the fuel that your body uses for testosterone. Like, if you're going to be a manly man, you need cholesterol if you want testosterone.
Okay.
Like, you know, they say eggs are bad for you. That makes a man less mentally and less able to fucking be a barbarian and fight back or resist. I mean,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
that's the thing with genetically engineering out the nutrients in our food, is so that we think we're eating, but we're really starving to death. And we wouldn't last a minute out there fighting.
Now, with all your experiences with all this kind of stuff, what do you guys think or know happens when you die? Like you said, Christians or Catholics created the "you only live one life" kind of thing. What do you guys think happens at the end of things?
But all of his